Hello, today we will talk about how to tune our instrument. Until now, we've learned the basics of the violin, including how to hold our bow and instrument, different techniques of playing, and producing notes by pressing on the strings. However, one of the most essential things that all violinists need to learn how to do is to tune their instrument in order to even play and produce the right notes. So, when tuning our instrument, we always start with the A string. To tune the A string, use a tuner like this or a tuner app on your phone. And first set your tuner to 442, as you can see here, which is a common frequency used for tuning the strings on the violin. And play an open A note on your A string. As you can see, your tuner will automatically show you which note you are playing, and what you basically need to do at that point is to start rotating your peg until you see the green light, which indicates that the note is in tune. For me, it already indicates that my A string is in tune with the green light, but I will show you how you can rotate your peg in the case when it's a bit low or too high. Your tuner will indicate it with an orange light, and then basically what you need to do is when your string is too low, you need to rotate this peg upward, so towards the tip of your violin like that. And when you do this, make sure you really push your peg into this instrument through the hole right there. You try to push it in while you are rotating it up. Sometimes it could be a bit slippery and not go up well. When it's like that, you can just pluck and then make sure that it's going up like that. Again, if you don't push it in, your peg, as you can see, if I just rotate it up, without pushing the peg into my instrument, it will automatically just go back lower. Like that. So you need to make sure you really push in your peg in your instrument while rotating it, so that it stays in place. And now in the case when your A string is too high, like this, as shown by the red light, rotate the peg downward again while pushing it into the violin at the same time. And then when you do this, if your A string is only a bit higher, then you could actually just kind of pull on your string like this, like that. Pull on it. And if you pull on it like that, like this, it will get slightly lower each time. So that's another easy way to lower your string. Once we tuned our A string, as indicated by the green light, you can use basically your A string to play chords with the other open strings to make sure they are in tune. And we will try this on the D string. So if you play both at the same time, as you can hear, it's pretty clear if your D string is too high or too low when played with the A string. So when it's too low, it'll sound like. So you'll need to rotate your peg upwards while pushing it in the violin, so that it makes this sound. And with the same thing with when the D string is too high, when it's too high, rotate the peg downward so that it matches with the A string. Now that the D string is tuned, we will use this to tune the G string by playing them both at the same time. So again, it sounds pretty in line, but if it's too low, which is pretty clear, you can just rotate your G strings peg up. Like that, and make sure that they are in tune again. Now once these three strings are tuned, you will need to tune your E string, which is going to be played with the A string. However, for the E string, you will use this fine tuner right here, which is located near your chin, because you will need to use this because the fine tuner is it makes smaller adjustments to the string's tension, and since the E string is really quite sensitive to drastic changes on the peg, it can often lead to your string snapping if you use the big peg here. So only use the big peg for the E string when it is really out of tune. So we will try again. Now that sounds pretty in line. And again, if it's for this one, if it's too if your E string is too low, like this, make sure you rotate your peg to the right. And if your E string is too high, make sure you turn your peg to the left. Until it is in tune. So now once you tune all your strings, your violin is ready to play. So always remember that if you're just starting out, you can always tune your strings separately by using a tuner for each note, or even plucking it instead of playing it with your bow. And tuning the violin also takes a lot of practice, so remember to practice tuning your instrument every day, and I'll see you in the next video.